Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. It's Mr. Martinez, and I just wanted to quickly go over our lesson for writing today. Today, we're going to do grammar, and we're going to be talking about subject and verb agreement. So, how do the subjects and verb get along? And when do we add an S, and when do we not add an S? So, today, we're going to be able to identify how we make subject and verbs agree by completing the sentence correctly with the correct verb. So we're going to watch this quick brain pop video to talk about subject and verb agreement, and then I'm going to come back and share with you the exit ticket.
The girl walks through the forest. She falls down a hole. She lands in a strange room. Cupcakes and a key sits on top of a table. I think there's a mistake in my sentence. Should be cupcakes and a key sit on top of a table. What are subjects and verbs? The subject is the person, place, thing, or idea that a sentence or piece of writing is about. The girl finds a tiny door. In this sentence, the subject is the girl. The sentence explains what the girl does. Subjects can be singular and mean one thing, or they can be plural and mean more than one thing. The cupcakes look delicious. In this sentence, the subject is the cupcakes. The subject is plural. A verb is a word that describes an action. The girl eats a cupcake. In this sentence, the verb is eats. It describes what the girl does. As you write, pay special attention to singular or plural subjects and verbs. How do you make the subject and verb agree? You use a singular subject with a singular verb. She shrinks. In this sentence, the subject is she. It's singular and means one person. The verb is shrinks, which is a singular verb. When a subject is singular, you usually add an S or ES to the end of the verb to make it singular. A mysterious cat watches the girl. The subject in this sentence is singular, so the verb should be singular too. Sometimes if a verb ends in Y, you use IES to make it singular. The girl tries to talk to the cat. When the subject is I or you, do not add an S or ES. For plural subjects, you use plural verbs. People invite the girl to a tea party. The subject in this sentence is plural. To form plural verbs, you usually do not add an S or ES to the end. They make a lot of noise. The subject they is plural, so it gets a plural verb. Always make sure that the subject and verb agree. Doesn't make any sense to say, Cubs flies through the air. Cubs fly through the air. You can read the sentences out loud to make sure they sound right. The girl and the queen plays a game. That doesn't sound right. I know that the subject is plural, so the verb should be plural. I should remove the S. The girl and the queen play a game. When you write, proofread and check over your work carefully. Hey, check it out, movie.
So, like the video said, when we think about subject and verb agreement, we've got to think about, is the subject singular or is it plural? And when it's singular, we add an S or ES to the verb. When it's plural, we do not add an S to the verb. Plural means more than one, singular means one. The rule breaker is when we see I or you, we don't add S or ES. It is singular. So let's do some practice. Here I have the four aliens blink green goo in their spaceship. So my subject is the four aliens. If there are four of them, that means there's plural. So if it's plural, I do not add an S to my word. So the one that makes the most sense is eat. Now, one thing that you can do when you share is say the sentence out loud with both of them to see which one is correct. The four aliens eat green goo in their spaceship. The four aliens eats green goo in their spaceship. Eats doesn't sound correct because they don't agree. We've got to make sure our subject and our verb agree. My dinosaur blank onto the trampoline. So, looking back, the subject is singular, so I add an S to my story. My dinosaur jumps onto the trampoline because dinosaur is one, is singular. I blank milkshakes to cool down on summer days. I drink milkshakes to cool down on summer days. I drinks milkshakes to cool down on summer days. Remember, I is the exception where we don't add S. I drink milkshakes to cool down. His sisters blank the trombone. Sisters is plural, so I don't add an S to my verb. So his sisters play the trombone. So you're going to get a chance to do some practice on your own. And what you're going to do is you're going to see, here's your anchor chart to remember the rule. If this noun is singular, then you add an S. If the noun is plural, then you don't add an S. The exception is when we see I or you don't add an S or ES to the verb. So you're going to read the sentence and then you're going to choose the correct verb that completes this sentence. Take your time, make sure you do a great job. If you have any questions, please reach out and let us know. Good luck, loves.